in this city. Everyone has a secret.
Have you ever felt a chill run down your spine? Not from the cold, but from something ancient and unseen? That's the feeling that hangs over Mercer Bay, a place where the sea mist feels less like weather and more like a shroud. Imagine this. You're the harbor master, a man who knows every tide, every boat, every whisper on the salty wind. Your life is the steady rhythm of the waves. But then, that rhythm breaks. One morning, a fishing trawler, the Sea Serpent, drifts into the harbor. It's a ghost ship. The engine is still running, a low, steady hum. The radio is on, crackling with static, a voice lost between stations. But the crew? Vanished. Not a soul on board. You chalk it up to a freak accident, a tragic mystery the sea will eventually solve. But then it happens again. The next day, the Lucky Penny, a small pleasure boat, is found bobbing against the pier, its cabin empty. A half-eaten sandwich left on the console. Panic starts to bubble beneath the calm surface of the town. The old sailors start muttering, their eyes wide with forgotten superstitions. They talk of sea spirits, of ancient debts being collected. They say the fog is getting thicker, rolling in earlier each night, clinging to the docks like a hungry specter. And they're right. The fog isn't the usual coastal mist. It's dense, oily, and if muffles sound, turning the familiar harbor into a labyrinth of shadows. You can barely see the bow of your own boat from the stern. As the harbor master, you feel the weight of every eye in town. You have to find the answers. You start your own investigation, poring over nautical charts, weather patterns, and shipping logs. You talk to the grieving families, their faces etched with the pain you feel in your own gut. They all say the same thing. Their loved ones were experienced sailors. They wouldn't just disappear. The disappearances become a national headline, but the outside experts are just as baffled. They bring in sonar, helicopters, divers, but the sea guards its secrets. Mercer Bay is an abyss that stares back. You spend your nights walking the foggy piers, the mournful cry of the foghorn your only company. The air feels heavy, tasting of salt and something else, something metallic, chemical. It reminds you of something from long ago, a memory you've tried to bury deep. You start noticing strange patterns. The empty boats all came from the same patch of ocean, a remote area marked as a marine research zone, on years ago for a new state-of-the-art underwater facility. They promised it would be clean, revolutionary technology. You took their word for it. You took the money for the town. One night, driven by a gnawing suspicion, you take your boat out, heading straight for that restricted zone, deeper into the suffocating fog. The air grows so thick you can practically chew it. Your engine coughs, your electronics flicker, and then you see it. Just below the surface, a faint, pulsing light. It's the facility, and rising from it, in a steady, silent plume, is the source of the fog. It's not fog. It's exhaust. A specially designed chemical agent meant to be undetectable, to dissipate harmlessly. But it wasn't harmless. It was erasing people? An accident? A malfunction? Or was this its purpose all along? The chilling realization hits you like a rogue wave. You weren't just the harbor master. You were the gatekeeper. You approved this. You knew on some level what they were offering was too good to be true. The quiet disappearances, the untraceable incidents, they weren't bugs, they were features. You look back at the distant, shrouded lights of Mercer Bay, a town haunted by a fog of your own making. The sea doesn't just remember everything. Sometimes it serves as the perfect accomplice. Now, the fog is thicker than ever, and you're right in the middle of it. The question is no longer who is next, but whether you can ever escape the truth you helped create. What do you think happens next? Does he expose the truth and doom himself? Or does he let the sea keep its terrible secret? Let me know your theories in the comments below. Thanks for watching, And if you love stories that dig into the darkness, make sure you subscribe for more. The story's over. The silence isn't.